Today at STEMstein Academy, we're going to learn how math connects to real-world physics. Let's talk about speed, velocity, and distance time graphs. We're going to define speed and velocity in mathematical and real-world terms, as well as analyze various distance time graphs. First, let's review motion. So motion describes how objects change positions by comparing distance and time. The first primary measurement is speed. Speed is measured as distance over time, and it's classified as a scalar quantity. This means that it has no direction or positive or negative. So, how fast is the object moving is what speed answers. For example, this runner is maintaining a speed of 6 meters per second. Meters is the distance, seconds is the time. The second measurement is velocity. Velocity is speed with a specific direction. It is known as a vector quantity because it has a value as well as a direction, whether it be positive, negative, north, east, south, or west. So, when the speed changes or the direction changes, velocity will also change. For example, this swimmer is traveling at a velocity of 2 meters per second east because the direction is east. Let's talk about distance time graphs. So distance time graphs are a visual representation of how an object's position changes over time. So it basically represents that object's motion. The horizontal axis will represent time, whether it be in seconds, minutes, or hours. And the vertical axis will represent distance, whether it be meters, kilometers, or miles. Let's talk about different ways we can see velocity in distance time graphs. A diagonal line represents a constant velocity, whether it be positive or negative. A curved line represents a changing velocity. And a horizontal line means the velocity is 0. Let's look more closely at the diagonal lines. Basically, how slanted a diagonal line is indicates how high the velocity will be. The more slanted, the higher the velocity. And the more close it is to a horizontal line, the lower the velocity. This applies for both positive and negative velocities. Let's apply our understanding with graphs and our knowledge of velocity and speed to calculate the velocity of this segment AB in this graph. So, to calculate this velocity, we need to find the slope. The slope is the change in y over the change in x, or rise over run. In this case, over 2 seconds, the rise is 8 meters and the run is 2 seconds. So our velocity would be 8 divided by 2, or 4 meters per second, a positive 4. At STEMstein, we bring math out of the textbook and into your child's hands. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like and comment if you have any questions, and see you in the next STEMstein lesson.